Good morning, everyone. Mike Fiebernitz, Remax Southern Shores here in Myrtle Beach, coming to you for another Fiebernitz Friday where we throw casual Friday out the window, still ending the week on a high note, wearing the suit, the tie, and the customary pocket square. So let's go ahead and jump into this week's numbers for this week's market mashup, and we'll transition into this week's topic. So, for all you condo owners out there, we increased this past week 0.2%, brings you up for the year 2.3% this year compared to last year's average sales price. Residential market, you are up 0.1%, brings you up for the year 1.2% this year compared to last year's average sales price. Land market, another huge week this past week, up 2.2%. Landmark is up 21.6% this year compared to last year's average sales price. That is just amazing, amazing to me. If you remember and you've been following, basically going into February, the land market was looking like it was going into the negative. You were actually down March 1st, 1.7% for the year. And now you guys are at 21.6. That's awesome. So great job, land market. As I said, market, steady as she goes. Very, very normal market. Stagnant. We're not seeing anything that's like changing the market drastically. So that's actually going to transition into this week's topic, which is 4 ways to win the buyer in today's market. Housing affordability is basically the top concern for the buyers just because of high inflation and interest rates, which means there are a whole lot less or fewer buyers in the market buying. So what I'm saying is you really have to grab a hold of the few buyers are in the market buying, and once you get a hold of them, don't let them go. But you got to win them first in order to capture them. So here are my 4 ways to win the buyers in today's market. Number 1, upgrades. So this isn't any big surprise, but today's buyers, they are actually buying properties that are upgraded even if the price tag of the property is much higher. Okay. The reason for this is that it's very tough today for a buyer to be able to afford a $30,000 to $50,000 remodel or additional costs after they close on the property to remodel and make those upgrades, and they just don't want the hassle of having to go through that. So a lot of buyers are basically buying upgraded properties, even if it's $30,000, $40,000, or $50,000 more than a property with no upgrades. Okay, so number 1, upgrades. Today's upgrades. 2, price. So I've been hammering this within other topics throughout the year, last year. It's how you sell property is basically boils down to the price. I know we all want more for our property, but you have to go into selling realizing that the market will only bring you the market value of your property, not what you want. So what you need to do is basically price your property according to the market value. I know you want probably $750 for your property, but if it's only worth $500, buyers will know that's worth $500. They're not going to give you $750 even if you want it. So just remember that when you go into selling. Number 3, adjust your price. So if you don't sell after 30 days, then you need to adjust your price. That is the market's way of saying you're overpriced. Plus, the longer you go without adjusting your price after 30 days will just cause the buyer to think you're that much more overpriced. And you might not even get an offer. And if you do get an offer, it is going to be significantly lower than your asking price because they know you can't sell it at that price and you've been sitting for 3-4 months. So just keep that in mind. You always want to adjust the price so you don't seem stale to the buyers or to the market. Fourth and final one, and this is probably my favorite way to win a buyer in today's market, follow the pendings, okay? Look, if the properties around you are going pending, then that's the market's way of saying the price of those pendings is where you need to be for an asking price to ultimately get an offer on your property and get your property sold. Okay, so just follow the pendings. The pendings tells you where the bullseye is at with the asking price that you need to be. Okay, so just follow the pendings, and then the next buyer that comes in should buy your property over your competition. So today's market might seem a little tough to sell in, and with the right agent doing the proper research, staying on top of the market, and communicating with you, you can find success in selling in today's market. Folks, that's all I got this week. If I can do anything for you, my direct cell phone number is down below. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the share button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Love to keep you updated week after week on what's happening in the Myrtle Beach real estate market. Folks, have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys next Friday for next Friday's Fiebernitz Friday. Have a good one.